Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we are going to learn how to create a responsive search bar using HTML, Tailwind, CSS and Jquery. Before you watch this video, make sure you have a basic knowledge of HTML, Tailwind, and Tailwind CSS. Before you watch this video, make sure you have a basic knowledge of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. If you want to learn these languages, then watch my Intro to HTML, Intro to CSS and Intro to JavaScript videos. So anyways, let's get started. First, open up your browser and VS Code. Now in your browser, search for Jquery. And now go to the official Jquery website or just search for jquery.com. Now click on download Jquery, and now you'll see that there are many different download options. Now click on download the compressed. Now click on download the compressed production Jquery, whatever. Just click on the first one, and now it's going to show you with all of this code. Now open up VS Code. Go to File, open folder, Documents, new folder, naming it Search Bar. Open. And now, open up your browser, double click on everything, or just click and press Ctrl. Click on the code and press Ctrl A to select everything. Right click and copy it. Now in your folder, create a new folder called jq.min.js, and then paste all of the code inside of the JavaScript file. Anyways, now this is all of the code for Jquery. Now that we have Jquery set up, we also have to set up Tailwind CSS. So search for Tailwind CSS. Now go to Tailwind CSS, get started, play CDN, copy the script, and then create a new HTML file naming it index.html, a new file called naming it index.js. We're not going to include any CSS though, since we're going to be styling everything using Jquery. We're going to be styling everything using Tailwind CSS. Search for HTML5. And now paste the CDN here. So anyways, right click on it, open with live server. Oh yeah, and also make sure that you have the live server extension installed. So once you have it installed, right click and click on open with live server, which is going to open the file on your default browser. The benefit of this is that if you save it, it is going to automatically reload it for you. Now, if you want to test if Tailwind CSS is working, write h1 and then write class equals text 6xl hello. Now, if your text you see something like this, then that means Tailwind CSS is working. What this does is that it sets the size of this h1 into like 6xl. Now you can change the size from 1xl, 2xl, 3xl, 4xl, 5xl, all the way up to 6xl, which is the max. So yeah, the benefit of Tailwind CSS is that it is quicker than using normal CSS. And unlike other CSS frameworks, it gives you much more control. But if you don't organize your code, then it can get pretty messy after some time. I generally recommend Tailwind CSS since it is very, very good. So now, in the body, write script source equals jq.min.js. And it's going to link our HTML file with the jQuery file. I'm just going to link our HTML file with jQuery. Now, create a new script source equals index.js, which is also going to link our HTML file with the JavaScript file, where all our code is going to go. Now, create a div. No, that's not a div. No, mistake. Now, create a div, give it an ID of result. ID of results. And then create an input, giving it an ID of search. I'm just going to write S for short. So anyways, now in the body, write class is equal to bg red like 200, which is going to change the color of the HTML page to light red. So now we can see our input. Now in this div is where all the search items are going to be put. So anyways, now that we've done this, let's see, now go to your index.js, create an array, var, let r stands for array to be equal to, I'm going to write something, HTML, CSS, JS, no, not this, is rubbish, Python, basic, yeah, just put whatever you want in it, whatever you can think of, basic, yeah. Now save it and reload, and you see that nothing happens. That is because we want to put all the elements in this array inside of this div. So to do that, $, alright, for const items in R. This is going to get the index of all of the items in this array. So this one is index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, index 5, etc. So I'm going to write $, result dot append, and then I'm going to write h1 slash h1, and then I'm going to write the that's rubbish, $, r items that's right, hashtag results dot append. Now you see that what this base code does is that for each item in the array, it is going to add a h1 to this div, append, anything in this append will be added to this. So what this does is that it gets anything with the ID of result, and then it appends it appends this h1 into it, and the h1 it consists of all of the items of the array. Now we've got this pretty cool. But first, before we move on, let's style it a bit. So give this div a class of flex, justify around, which is going to make everything to be spaced around. So now what we have to do is that and now I'm going to give this a background color BG red, and then 400 to make it darker, and then I'm going to give this a padding of 20 pixels, and then I'm going to give this a class equals I'm going to change its size to text, something like 4XL. No, 6XL. The max. Yes, there we go. And then I'm going to change its color. Just write text red 700. No, 800. 900. There we go. And now later I am going to be changing the font. So let me just capitalize this HTML, CSS, JS, Python, Basic, and Pi. So you know it's not a language. Very beautiful. So now we've done with the styling. How do we make the actual search thing? Right, documents.getElement by ID S, which is going to get anything with the ID of S, which is this. Dot on change, which is going to check if the value of S is changed. So if we write anything, then it is going to, going to detect it. For now, write r underscore new is equal to r.map. What map does is that it basically maps all of the elements to this. Oh, it's no, I don't want to write maps. I mean, r.filter, which is a filter thing. It takes a condition, and any elements of the array that doesn't, match the condition is going to get filtered out. E equals let's see, return. Now what do we put here? Now we want it so that if that is going to filter out all of the elements, we're going to be using the console for this to check it. So anyways, return e.includes, and then this will check if the E includes anything, and then I'm going to write $. Let me space this to make it more cleaner. I'm going to write let I be equal to document.getElement by ID. Let's see, S stands for search. I'm going to write e.includes s.value, which basically checks the value of S. It basically checks what is written inside of this e.value, s dot value. Now I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to write console.log r underscore new. Then I'm going to search for rubbish. When I search for like SDSD, it's not going to return nothing h. When I search for wait, what did I search for? Python. Yeah. Oh no. The thing with this is that it also checks for lowercase and uppercase letters. So if it's lowercase, then it's going to check it, and if it's uppercase, it's also going to check it. So that means you have to be very specific when you want to do this. So I'm just going to change everything to lowercase, because it also checks if it is uppercase or lowercase. So I'm going to change all these to lowercase. That will be easier. Now if I write anything uppercase, it is going to show an empty array, since none of these things have uppercase h in them. But if I write h, that's going to say HTML and Python, S, CSS, JS and Basic, P, Python and Py. Now we know that this is working perfectly. Now that we know that this is working perfectly. So anyways, a way that we can let me change all these to uppercase again. CSS, JS, Python. There is a special way so that it is not going to check. There's a special way that we can make it so that it is not going to check if it is capital or lowercase. So if I write H, capital H, it's only going to show HTML. When I write H, you expect it to show HTML and Python and anything with letter H. So instead of writing s.value, you could write s.value to lowercase. Which converts the value of s to lowercase. Reload. Now if I write h, h, Python, C, Basic, So it doesn't include it. So anyways, yeah. This converts the value of this to lowercase. For now, I'm going to remove this. So now, it is time to get it to actually display these elements. So to do that, let me remove the console.log for const items in r_new $#result .empty, which is going to remove everything inside of the result. It's going to remove everything inside of it. And now, and write $result .append, then copy this, but instead of writing r, write r_new items. So now if I search for h, s, so now it will show what I want to search for. So if I write h, capital H, going to HTML, J, capital J is going to show. load Python. Now let's style this input a bit. Now for this input, I'm going to give this a class of rounded CXL, so that can be more rounded. T10. Close this. Yeah. And then I'm going to set this to position to relative, and then left 2 divided by 3. That I can be in the not really center. 1 divided by 3. 2 divided by 4. Centered enough. So anyways, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel ObaCode. Bye.